Hey Aliyah, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. So how's the off season been treating you so far?
It's been well. It's been well. I've enjoyed it. Get to play, get to travel a little bit, work. It's been fun.
Great. So, my question to you is what is something that this off season has taught you about yourself that you're really gonna be looking forward to seeing if you can apply it for this upcoming season?
I definitely say it's given me a great chance to just continue to work on my skill. Like I feel like being able to have these one-on-one workouts and be able to continue to work on stuff to expand my game. I'm really looking forward to putting it into play with the fever when I get back. So I think that's definitely that. Just being able to try different stuff.
Thank you.
Of course.
Noah. Aaliyah, it's been a busy offseason, obviously, for Indiana, lots of new free agents. I'm curious for you, in your standpoint, somebody that did not have to decide where to go and you're still under contract. What kinds of conversations do you have with members of the front office during the offseason? Is it normal to just kind of like not do a whole lot of talking because you're doing your own thing, or are you kind of in the loop sometimes for those kinds of conversations?
Yeah, definitely in the loop. I think the front office did a great job of including us with who they were looking at, how they thought they would fit with us, which I think is always super important because when you have a squad like we do, you want to continue to make sure, like, oh, I definitely think they would be a good fit, or I think they would be a great fit. Maybe not so much, but I mean, everyone that the front office brought and talked about, I mean, I was super excited about, and I think we see that now with everyone that we've signed. I'm super excited for what's to come with the Fever squad because I definitely think it's going to be fun.
Thanks.
Ben?
Fish. I have two or three. With your teammates this year at Unrivaled, like you guys obviously have done a lot of TikToks together and seems like have a lot of fun. Is there one story, one anecdote, I don't know, one TikTok, one time off the court that like sticks out in your mind for whatever reason that is like, defines you guys as a group?
Ooh, I mean, that's kind of hard because I feel like from the first time we all got in the locker room, it was just like great vibes off the court. Like everyone cracking jokes, everyone kind of just being themselves, and you kind of see everyone's personalities continue to see through. And then obviously through the TikToks, everyone dancing. We even got Arike to get in a TikTok, and I feel like she never does TikTok, so that was definitely a plus. But I mean, just enjoying kind of the moment because you don't really get to play obviously with these women during the season. So for now, it's kind of just like embracing that, making the TikToks, just kind of having fun off the court.
Gotcha. And you mentioned along those lines, like, enjoying the moment, I guess in a couple weeks time, like this will all be over. It feels like it just began. I'm sure it feels like that for you, but like, what are some things, when you think about standard setting that Unrivaled did that you would want to see the WNBA do, apply? How do you feel like this league might push that league standards?
Yeah, I think especially for it being a first year, I think was just super amazing, having everything that we need. I know for the W, it's kind of hard because there's so many different teams all over the place, but I feel like what Unrivaled did, which is having great facilities, practice facilities, weight room, everything that you need, Normatex, cold tub, hot tub, sauna, like no matter what you needed, you had it. And I think that's important, especially going to W season, because it's definitely playing all those games could definitely be so taxing on the body, but just making sure you have the proper recovery tactics is always going to be crucial. But I mean, I think that also goes to our individual teams as well, just making sure you have that. I know the Fever, they do a good job for us making sure we have everything we need. And if we might not have something, they're like, okay, we're on it. And they get it right there. So I think that's exactly what we need for the Fever. And we have that.
Gotcha. And last one for me, and maybe you saw the release that went out 45 minutes ago, or maybe you haven't, but you guys are already, some of your road games, two of your games against Washington are moving into bigger venues, much like was the case, I guess, in a bunch of games last year. Your reaction to those games being moved from, where they were at, outside of Washington to, I think it's in Baltimore.
Yeah,
What do
I mean, not surprising.
yeah.
Last year, especially, there were a lot of teams that moved their games for us, and so that's obviously not surprising. But I think it's great because it gives other people an opportunity to not only come and see the Fever play, but also see the Mystics play. So I think that is super exciting because we continue to draw people to the WNBA, people to these games, and hey, they might come in for one player in that moment, and then they might leave liking two or three more. So I think that's always important is that you use this and use these opportunities, especially when people move games to bigger arenas, is so that people can continue to draw to the W and say, hey, I like coming. I'm gonna come and get myself season tickets for whatever team it may be. So I think it's super exciting.
Thank you, Ivy.
Of course.
Okay, I'll take last one from Betty.
Hi, Leah. This is Betty. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm from the Inscriber. I was wondering, how did it feel to work with, well, she's one of my favorite, Coach Teaspoon this year, Weatherspoon. How was that? I mean, she looks like she's fun.
Yeah, no, she is. She is really fun. I think what excites me the most about being able to work with Teaspoon, this off season was just her energy. Like she instills that confidence in you that no matter what you want to do, like just do it confidently. And I think that's important, especially for us that's continue working on different parts of our game. Just making sure, like, hey, listen, if my head coach is like, heck yeah, go for it, then that's what it is for me. And so, I mean, she's been great. Her energy's been awesome. She's just a motivator, and I think that's super important.